Amtrak 20, train 97 and 64 to Niagara Falls in New York. These are the stops that we stop at. Niagara Falls is our last stop in Canada, then we cross over the border into New York, and we stop at all of these stops to New York City, Morningham Train Hall, Penn Station. Train 9764. Train 9764. Train 9764. At this point, I will mention, since we are in Canada, even though it is an Amtrak train, it is operated by Via Rail from Toronto Union Station to Niagara Falls, Ontario. Our Amtrak crew to Albany gets on in Ontario, takes us over the border into New York, and goes all the way to Albany. Then we have our final crew to Morningham Train Hall, Penn Station. This is part 1, only to Niagara Falls. Part 1, video 1. Now leaving Toronto Union Station, train 9764 via Niagara Falls.
You see? I have to be around. That's your fault, okay? It's your fault.
Welcome you aboard train 97 en route to Oakville, Aldershot, Grimsby, St. Catherine, and Niagara Falls, Canada. At which point, this train will become Amtrak train 64 to New York City, with a few stops along the way. Once again, this train will become train 64 to New York once we cross the border. Pues if you can run of your stuff with him and get it for you, and by locating in area 76, walking on the hour, recommend that you hold on to the back of the seat for that meeting, in case the train has gone into a while in movement. All train stations platform has smoke-free environment. The electronic clearance was forbidden. There's no that unsafe for special vehicles, towards passengers of remember without intolerance, and the consumption of personal alcohol beverage is prohibited also.
Okay, for those on the right side of Oakville. Yeah, still no business at Oakville, Aldershot over.
Okay, thank you. I'll have an eye over.
Aldershot is the next stop. Aldershot is the next stop in approximately 10 minutes. Aldershot, Ontario. This is St. Catharines, Ontario. This is the last stop before Niagara Falls, Ontario. In Niagara Falls, we go over the border, and then we stop for about an hour and a half in Niagara Falls, New York, while we change crews.
That's not fair.
Thank you. That's amazing. I think I have to put this in. I just need to figure out a way to stir it up. Let me see if I, hold on, once again, this is St. Catharines, Ontario. St. Catharines.
No one went to Detroit with the luggage. Understood? Yes.
No, yes, St. Catharines.
Repeating here. Once we get to Niagara Falls, people going to the States do nothing. Stay here, sitting. The next crew will let you know who went to the train with all your belongings to cross the border. Copy that? Yay!
This is Niagara Falls, Ontario. Last stop in Canada, Next stop will be Niagara Falls, New York. We will cross over the border in just a second. This is the last stop in Canada. We are now leaving Niagara Falls, Ontario. The next stop will be Niagara Falls, New York State. After Niagara Falls, we do stop at Buffalo Exchange Street, Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Rome, Utica, Amsterdam, Schenectady, Albany, Hudson, Rhinecliff, Poughkeepsie, Croton, Harmon, Yonkers, and Moynihan Train Hall, Penn Station. Now, I believe this is Niagara Falls down here. If you look closely, this is the Niagara River. As I said, we are going over the border between New York and Canada. We are going over the border between New York and Canada. So on the right side of the river here is New York State. On the left side is Ontario. So we are now crossing the border in 3, 2, 1. We are now in the U.S. This is train 64, local train en route to Moynihan Train Hall. Train 64, we are now in the U.S. This train will make stops at Buffalo Exchange Street, Buffalo, Syracuse, Rome, Utica, Amsterdam, Schenectady, Albany, Hudson, Rhinecliff, Poughkeepsie, Croton, Harmon, Yonkers, and Moynihan Train Hall, New York, Penn Station. The next stop will be Niagara Falls in New York State. In Niagara Falls, we are going to have to get off the train and go through customs. And once again, after Niagara Falls, we will make a stop at Buffalo Exchange Street, then Buffalo, and continue our route south to New York, Moynihan.
Welcome to the United States of America. Please follow the instructions of the conductors. We'll be detraining momentarily. Any items that you brought on the train, no matter how small or big, need to get off the train with us. Start getting your belongings together.
Time is now 11:40. Once again, the time is now 11:40. We have about 30 minutes till we have to get back on this train, so we are going to get off, walk around a little. There's some museums downstairs that we're going to check out, and we're going to go check out the front of the train. This train is, once again, train 64, Maple Leaf train en route to New York City. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars, plus the engine. As I said, the time is now 11:40. We leave here at 12:18. Our final ETA in Moynihan Train Hall, New York, Penn Station is 9:55 p.m. And we have 2 more crews to come. One Amtrak crew will get us to Albany. Then we will switch engines to a hybrid electric and diesel engine that will get us all the way down to New York City on our 3rd and final crew. This is Amtrak 64 Maple Leaf train en route to New York City.